Community is where love and purpose live. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. You're probably like, what the heck? What does love and purpose have to do with growing and scaling and supersizing my business? Welcome to day 226 of our Supersize Your Business annual challenge. Today is actually day 14 of our focusing on spirituality, and that as an element in our business. Now, you might be saying, well, there is no spiritual element to my business, but I will contend that it depends how you define spirit. I define spirit as energy. There's an energy and a life force to our business when done correctly, when built correctly, right? There might be a negative energy with it, but there might be a positive energy with it. I say we want to make the world a better place. We need to have a positive, magnetic, attractive energy about ourselves and our business so that the right people come to us. We also want to repel the people that we don't want to work with or that we don't want to help or that we can't help because they're not in a position or ready to need, desire, or even want help. Now, spiritual growth, super personal thing, yet it does have a component and it does play a role in our organizations. I think there's so many examples of people being isolated, and I think that's part of why our role as leaders in our organization is to bring people in, make sure that they're included and seen. And that is spiritual in nature, right? And community-based in nature. Our team meetings, we can do all kinds of cool things in our businesses to put an element of spirit and positivity into them. We can have quarterly retreats. We have, in many times in the past in my businesses, we've had at least an annual retreat, but sometimes quarterly, sometimes even monthly retreats, depending on what our culture was having go on in it and what needed to change. We got together on a much more frequent basis. But our teams can be led with a modicum of spirituality. One of the things a community I'm in does, and a lot of communities that I'm in do, is they share wins. We celebrate one another's wins, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how important the breakthrough seems at a time. It all deserves to be celebrated. Why? Because that creates more of that in our businesses and in our lives. So today, as an action item, I'll talk about this a little bit more, but I want you to think about what is one way you can add community as an element to the spirit of your business. Maybe you join an organization. Maybe you join forces with an outside organization. Maybe you find a cause that people in your business really want to get behind and help. That's spiritual in nature. Then you have a committee in your company that just the people that want to get involved in that can do that. Doesn't have to be everybody. It's never everybody, right? Everybody doesn't even want to make their department better, much less the world a better place. So you include the people that want to be included. And what happens is people on the outside see the amazing things and the difference in the people that are in the community working together to create a common goal or purpose. And then they want to join in and be a part of it too. And if they don't, they're probably not the right people to be in there anyway. So today, that's our action item, is either reignite a community that you've been involved in the past, or join forces with a community, or find some way to incorporate the element of spiritual community into your business. Like I said, it can just be checking in with everybody at the beginning of a team meeting, sharing wins, doing some offsite things, getting out in nature and having a meeting in nature once in a while is, to me, spiritual, because it connects us to the world and the earth and the things that we're here to create and do. So that is our assignment for today. That's our action item for today. It's pretty simple. Either there's something out there, and just do a little Google search. Is there a cause or a spirit-related organization we want to be a part of? Dr. Wayne Dyer, I think, was very spiritual. You'll notice how dog-eared this book is. I obviously love it. We, in one of my companies, just did this. Every day we would randomly pick one of his sayings, and we would start our daily meetings with that. We used to have daily walking meetings back in my production days. And we would start with the Wayne Dyer thing. Why? Non-denominational, but truly very spiritual. And this one in particular is about staying on the path, meaning staying on the path that's right for us, right? And we get to define that, just like we got to define spirituality for ourselves and what that means to our business. So I guess we could ask ourselves a couple of reflective questions today. Do I have, or do we as a business have a connection to some sort of a spiritual community outside of us? If not, do we want to participate in one or not. And that could be a charitable organization that makes the world a better place. I think of Feed America or any other type positive cause. I encourage you to pick a positive cause and make things better. Don't pick a cause that's fighting against or at war with anything. Because what does that do? It just creates more of it. It's why we don't have cures for cancer for everybody. It's why we don't have cures for heart disease for everybody. It's why we're not all out making the world a better place, because we really want it to be a better place for humanity. And it's why we still have pockets of good and evil. But we live in a dual universe, so there's always going to be good and evil. Boy, I could go down that rabbit hole. All right, if I can help you in any way, reach out and ask. Otherwise, share in the comments below how you are going to incorporate the idea of spiritual community into your business and into your life. That's it. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.